Hey, what's up? This is Diesel, and today we're going to be talking about Wrestler of the Year from 2010 to 2017, cover this decade. And what a better time to do it than the last day of 2017. So, what is it? Sunday today. So, Monday Night Raw tomorrow begins a new year. So, perfect. Happy New Year's, guys. Last day of 2017. So I'm going to end the year off like this. Coming up in 2010, Wrestler of the Year in 2010, Randy Orton, 3 runner-ups in order: John Cena, Batista, AJ Styles. Why I give Randy Orton 2010? This guy's momentum was on fire this year. Like, he was hands down the most over guy this year. I remember seeds were planted before WrestleMania for Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes turned babyface. Well, out of nowhere, the fans just like Orton. So they're like, no, fuck it. They're supposed to turn face, but no, we like Orton better. So they end up staying heel, and Orton just turned face. I'll never forget that. A lot of people only talk about that, but I remember that. But you know what? That's just how cool and over Orton was. I remember I knew a one too older head who told me stories about how during this time period, Orton was the reason they kind of got back into it, like the RKO's out of nowhere, him just doing what the hell he wanted, tearing shit up, kicking people in the head. I remember he was considered the Stone Cold of that time period, except he had no mic skills, but he actually was very good, when he was mute, just doing whatever the hell he wanted. But yeah, he was the most entertaining wrestler, one of, on the planet. I mean, yeah, Jericho was my favorite at the time, but he ended up leaving by SummerSlam. And the Nexus feud, they could have done a little bit more with Orton, but you know what? Overall, Orton did his thing that year. That was 2010 was easily one of Orton's best years of his career. Like, Orton definitely was at his peak at this point. Like, really. And Cena, Batista, and AJ Styles. Cena, him feuding with Batista, being a big part of Nexus. Fortunately, ruined that, but yeah. So I got to give him runner-up. Batista, I put him number 3 because, he wasn't there the whole year, but he was cutting the best promos of his career, bar none. Like, he really found himself. He showed the world that, yes, I, Batista, know how to fucking talk. Now shut the fuck up and listen while you guys are out there hugging babies and kissing fat girls. Who could forget what Batista talked about? Kissing fat girls. And AJ Styles, involved a lot of main events. Very good year for him. Well, it was a decent year for him. He did have many more better ones, but it was a pretty decent year for him during this time period. Coming at 2011, I had to give it to Randy Orton. The reason why I don't give it to CM Punk, because, okay, you have the first half of the year versus the second half of the year. If you were to judge off the second half of the year, then CM Punk. The first half, he wasn't saying jack shit. Even in his in-ring work, it was kind of just there, But had he been doing what he did half the year in the first half of the year, I would have gave to Punk, no doubt. But, it was like Money in the Bank. No, the Pipe Bomb and Money in the Bank where he started to really pick up, and then he wasn't there the whole time. Or no, it was only like a week. And then they were booking him properly. But it would have been Punk if A, they booked him better, and B, he was saying something like during the first half of the year. Number 3, Mark Henry. The what is it called again? Like, Mark Henry. He was my favorite wrestler this year. The Hall of Pain was just amazing, bro. Mark Henry's peak. This was Henry at his peak, 2011, with the Hall of Pain stuff. Just amazing. He actually was my favorite wrestler during this time period, believe it or not. The last runner-up for number 4 in 2011, R-Truth. Little Jimmy was hilarious. Him and The Miz was great. R-Truth just tearing it up on the mic. His promos against John Morrison were phenomenal. His match with Cena, just like solidified him saying, yeah, I can hang in there with the main eventers. Should he won the WWE title? I want to say yes, selfishly, but no, because what happened the next month with Punk versus Cena? We're gonna really have it be Punk versus R-Truth. We're gonna really have R-Truth win the title, just drop it like a week later, and people complain. So no, it didn't make sense for him to win the WWE title. He had what it took, but just timing. Let's say if Punk wasn't there, then yeah, he could have been WWE champion. I feel so. Coming in at 2012, Wrestler of the Year, CM Punk hands down. Runner-ups, Daniel Bryan, Bobby Roode, and Bully Ray. What more can I say about CM Punk? He was WWE champion, main eventing, or at least semi-main eventing. His feud with Jericho was the best feud of 2012. Oh yeah, another point with Punk in 2011. Him and Cena were the best feud of that year. But this is 2012, so 2012 best feud of the year was Chris Jericho. I love that feud. His feud with Daniel Bryan was, though it had a lot of soap opera stuff, it was still pretty good and pretty nice to see Punk and Bryan main eventing WWE pay-per-views and stuff. Having like one of the best matches of the year. Yeah. And had his best in-ring work this year, I'd say, too. Kind of sucks that he didn't have a 5-star classic this year, but he came close with Daniel Bryan at Over the Limit or Over the Edge, whatever it's called. That pay-per-view was so forgettable, like for an all-time standpoint, not that year. But yeah, Punk did his thing. Yeah, he turned heel, but he's main eventing pay-per-views, did the best he can. He was giving Cena some of the best matches of his career. Daniel Bryan, the Team Hell No stuff was lining up. The 15-second loss really made him. Kind of weird, but yeah, it made him. And his feud with CM Punk really did wonders for him. His relationship with AJ Lee did wonders for him. And then worse too, he came into this year as world champion. And then his matches with Punk with champion versus champion. That was a great thing to see. Bobby Roode was finally a main eventer in TNA, just main eventing after main eventing after main eventing. Bully Ray was one of the best heels in the world. Now on to 2013. Wrestler of the Year, Daniel Bryan, and the 3 runner-ups, Bully Ray, Randy Orton, AJ Styles. What more can I say about Daniel Bryan that hasn't been said or shown? He was just over, like, oh my God, like he just had the crowd in the palm of his hands. Main event to SummerSlam, beat Cena clean. Yes, that counts as a clean victory. Cena's elbow was injured, but guess what? He did not tap to the yes lock. He lost via pinfall. So yes, he did lose clean. Fans are just turning on everybody for Bryan. Yeah, damn right I did. And yeah, what more could I say? He was over. He got a lot of people booed. And nobody's been that over with the fan. I'm not talking about drying, but crowd reactions as a babyface with people being behind them. Nobody been this over since Rocker Steve Austin. Simple. Bryan was over. And Bully Ray did his thing. Sure, the Aces and Apes stuff was kind of crap, but his mic work and just his work as a heel was just phenomenal. He was definitely one of the best that year. Randy Orton, in some main event matches, he did his thing too. AJ Styles, okay, AJ Styles. Me personally, I don't speak for everybody, but me personally, I actually was digging the whole Sting-like type of gimmick where he was quiet, coming out all emo, did his hair kind of different. I was really feeling that. And then when he beat when he beat Bully Ray for the TNA title, finally, I really liked that he got to, when he ended off his TNA career. Was it 2014 that he ended off his TNA career? I kind of forget. During that time period, TNA was really going. But yeah, he got to win the TNA title at Bound for Glory. beat Bully Ray clean, and I was really feeling that. On in 2014, Wrestler of the Year for 2014, Seth Rollins, runner-ups, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, Dean Ambrose. So I wanted to give it to Daniel Bryan, but he got injured, so he only had like 4 months out of the year, so I can't give him the rest of the year. I want to give it to Brock Lesnar, but he only has limited amount of days. Sure, burying Cena and ending the streak were two huge things, but end of the day, so limited amount of days. I wish I could give it to Brock Lesnar, but I don't feel right. Bobby Lashley, he was really doing his thing this year. Dean Ambrose, his feud with Seth Rollins, and yeah, back to why I put Seth Rollins this year. The Shield was hot. His heel turn was unexpected. He did his thing as a heel. His feud with Dean Ambrose was great. Did he win what Mr. Money in the Bank? Yeah, his Money in the Bank thing was awesome. Like he was one of the best things of 2014. Him and Dean Ambrose. Back when Dean Ambrose wasn't stale, like they were tearing the house down. Coming in at number 15, I go AJ Styles. Yeah, sure, he wasn't just in Japan. He wasn't in the American wrestling, but well, yeah, he did go to ROH one, 2 times, but not full time. But yeah, it's another credential. Him going to New Japan, then ROH. But yeah, for me, AJ Styles is the reason I even knew or even cared about the Bullet Club. Straight up. I heard about the Bullet Club. To me, it was just kind of there. Like, like you guys liked it, cool. You guys watched New Japan liked it, of course. But for me, I didn't care about it or like try to pay attention to it. So like AJ Styles was the leader. That's when I started to really know about this guy. AJ Styles having these 5-star matches. I think he faced Okada this year. But yeah, he's having 5-star matches. He's in this cool ass stable named the Bullet Club, doing his thing, going to ROH. Fuck TNA, fuck TNA, fuck TNA. Oh my god, that was awesome. Yeah, man. I give 2015 to AJ Styles. 3 runner-ups: Seth Rollins, Lashley, Dean Ambrose. So called Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose feud continuing. Loved it. Bobby Lashley, it's called he was a champion and stuff. And I remember a lot of people wanted to see Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar so bad because they're both champions and they're both similar in style. Like that would have been something. But Lashley, I remember this time period, everybody was talking about him, and he really did his thing during this time period. Whereas this is 2015, but I kind of stopped watching WWE for about a month or two, came back, but never sat down and watched it full time like I used to. But still, these guys did their thing. Coming at number 16, AJ Styles, hands down. 3 runner-ups: Matt Hardy, Kenny Omega, EC3. I mean, it feels like yesterday, 2016. AJ Styles is having great match after great match after great match. Having a great feud with John Cena, cutting some of the best promos he ever cut in his life. He had that dream match feud with Chris Jericho. It was all right. Still, he lost WrestleMania, but whatever. Beat John Cena clean at SummerSlam. Mr. TNA beat Mr. WWE at SummerSlam, a big time pay-per-view. Also, had a classic 5-star classic with Nakamura. Great way to start the year. So 2016, probably AJ's best year, or one of his best years. His best in-ring work year. Just amazing. And worse too, he won the WWE title in his first year. Holy fuck. Did not see that coming at all. If somebody told me he debuted, he's the one WWE title this year, I'd be like, nah, they ain't doing that, but they did. They did. So I'm amazed, but Yeah, bro. 2016, the year of AJ Styles, no question asked. So in this decade, he was Wrestler of the Year the second year in a row. Well, for me at least, but yeah. Three runner-ups. Matt Hardy. Look at this delete stuff now. Now the woken Matt Hardy. It was the broken Matt Hardy where this all started. I wasn't like too fond of it at first, but at the end of the day, I'm happy with Matt Hardy getting over and being successful. And now look where he is. 2016 to now, for the first time in his career, is not just was and is considered more important than Jeff Hardy's little brother. Finally, after all these years of being looked at as simply the second brother, and he's the oldest. That sucks too. Jeff, the younger brother, always getting more shine than him, but now that Matt Hardy has the broken, now woken gimmick. Delete, delete, delete. How big he is now. Kenny Omega doing his thing, leader of the Bullet Club. EC3, everybody was talking about dude during this time period, I remember. And he was really doing his thing. And now for this year, 2017. Who do I rate as wrestler of this year? I give it to Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega for me, still. And the three runner-ups, Okada, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns. Yeah, you heard that right. I do put Roman Reigns up there. He has been improving. But yeah, Kenny Omega, him and Okada has had his best three 5-star matches series. People compare it to Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat. Dave Meltzer is giving it like, a million, a zillion, trillion stars, infinity and beyond stars. Like, him and, I was thinking to myself, okay, who would I give 2017 to? Okada or Kenny Omega? And then I'm thinking to myself, okay, Kenny Omega has an appeal to the North American audience. Okada's appeal to the Japanese audience, obviously. But then when Jericho announced that he's going to face Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom, and they're actually feuding and doing stuff in the feud, not just saying, I want to face you. Yes, I want to face you. Legend versus future, or past versus future, or past versus present, whatever. Actually having a great feud, putting blood involved. When Jericho made the announcement he's going to face Kenny Omega, and now they're feuding towards the Wrestle Kingdom match, I'm like, okay, Kenny Omega has to get it. Who's the king of wrestling? And I'm going to make a video on that soon too. 2017, Kenny Omega was the king of wrestling this year. He really was. The him and Jericho announcement and feud, I had to give it to Kenny Omega. Worst two. I've been paying more attention to the Bullet Club. I've liked some of his promos. Again, I really like the Bullet Club right now with Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Still, the fuck the revival thing is hilarious. Not gonna lie to you. I know some of you are saying, ugh, but I rate Revival, but I think that's funny. I can't even lie to you. Fuck the Revival. That shit's hilarious. But yeah, that's Cody, not Kenny Omega, but it's in Kenny Omega's gang. So yeah, gang. But anywho, the runner-ups, Okada, him and Kenny Omega's feud. What more could I say that hasn't already been said this year? Braun Strowman for WWE. He's the WWE. You know what? I thought about it. WWE Superstar of the Year for strictly WWE? Yes, I rate it as Braun Strowman. Which feud do I think was a routine? Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns and Omega versus Okada? In the ring, yeah, Omega versus Okada, but pure feud and storylines, Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns, they were going at each other's throats. Like, this was a star-making feud for Braun Strowman. And look at him now. He turned babyface. And for some of you talk about people hating Roman got him over. All I know is I was cheering Braun Strowman from day one. You could ask Lundgren himself. He will tell you, yes, I was. But this just took it to a whole nother level. Does he have face of the company potential? I feel so. Badass babyface? Hell yes, he is. But yeah, I rate Feud of the Year to Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. And they've had great matches. I've yet to hear them talk. I've yet to hear people say they had garbage matches or garbage match. But yeah, speaking of garbage, that was some garbage on this match, but still. Roman Reigns tried to kill Braun Strowman. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, Kenny Omega takes 2017. But yeah, guys, give me your feedback, comments. You let me know for each year or whichever year, or mainly 2017. Who do you think was the wrestler of those years? Especially 2017. I give it to Kenny Omega. Some give it to Okada. Some say Reigns or Braun Strowman, but I give it to Kenny Omega. He did his thing this year. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, one last thing. P.S. Happy New Year's.